Hey friends, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz and today I will be sharing with you names that I love but won't be using for baby number 2. If you're new here, I make motherhood, pregnancy, lifestyle content with the theme of living God's way every day. If you clicked on this video, then you probably love watching these videos, and I do too. I absolutely love, even when I wasn't pregnant or even married, I would just watch these videos just to have ideas of some cute baby names. And today I'll be sharing with you some of my favorite names ever that I love but I won't be using. There might be a hint somewhere in the video about baby number 2's name, but you just have to stick around and find out for that. Also, we do know the baby's gender, we are just not sharing it just yet, so I'll be sharing both boy and girl names. Picking out your baby's name is so significant because it does mark them for the rest of their life. Obviously, they're carrying with this name forever. So my husband and I have always prayed and really just sought the Lord on the names that he wants us to give our children. But this is just a fun little video, so these are just random names. Some are biblical, some aren't. So let's start out with the girl names. The first one I have is Leilani. That name is just so stunning to me. It's prestige, it's feminine, it's very girly, but it's also classy. It's such a beautiful name, and my niece's name is Milani, M-I-L-I-N-I, so Leilani is just that would be such a beautiful name. I also just love like Hawaiian names. I love the name Alethea, so I've been watching Milena Ciotti, I think is her name, on here. She is a huge inspiration to me, and I started watching her when she was like, I think, engaged to her now husband, and when they had their first baby and they named her Alethea, I just fell in love with that name. I love like the TH, I love that sound in a name. It's so beautiful. It's not like a very common name, so I really love that name. The other name is Alora. I like names that kind of just flow really nicely off of the tongue, and Alora, I think of it as something super delicate, very angelic name. Alora just sounds so beautiful. The next one, this is funny because I was so obsessed with these two names that I actually ended up naming some of my pets these names several times, like several different pets. I would name these following two names that I'm about to tell you. So the first one is Penelope. I really like it. I don't know, it's just, again, it just rolls really nicely off of your tongue. It's really easy to say, Penelope. I just really like that name. I'm not sure where I got it from, but like growing up I was really obsessed with it. And also the name Bella, it literally means beautiful in Spanish, so it is obviously beautiful, but it's such a like, I don't know, like I think of a girl named Bella and I think of like really like cute girly girl, and I was obsessed with Shake It Up. Growing up, two like main co-stars there are Zendaya and Bella Thorne, and I was like obsessed for some reason with both of them, so that's where I got the name Bella. And I ended up naming a cat Bella, then I named my dog Bella, and I will probably name my next dog Bella too because I just really love that name, but I won't be using it on a child. The next girl name I have is Nova. I like simple, clean, very like modern names, and that's what this name reminds me of, Nova. She's just very like clean and chic. Isabella is my next one. I just think that in Spanish, Isabella is a very common name, or Isabel, but in English it just sounds really cute, like Isabella. I love that. The last girl name that I have on here is Lorelei. If you watch Gilmore Girls, you know where this name is from. And yeah, again, it's just like a very easy to say name, and it looks beautiful, it's different. I'm also going to include middle names. Marie is a favorite. I love Marie. It's very common, especially if you're like Puerto Rican. I feel like everybody's middle name is Marie. That's the main reason why I won't ever use that middle name on anybody, but it's really cute. And I don't have a middle name. I like not having a middle name, but in my family, for some reason, we kind of just call each other different names sometimes, and my mom sometimes calls me like Lisania Marie, but I don't have a middle name, so that's just a little funny story. The next one is May. It's kind of like Ray, That's my daughter's middle name. But May, it just sounds very clean. It would go really well with another name because it's really short, but it's still really pretty. The other one that I have as a middle name is Belle. That is such a pretty name. Okay, moving on to the boy names. I had to start with my absolute favorite one, and that is Noah. I love that name, and my husband, we both love that name a lot. And if we ever have a boy, I would love to name him Noah, but it's just such a common name that is just too common for me to want to use it. I searched it up in Google, like what were the most common boy and girl names, and Olivia and Noah were the top ones. So Noah is like beautiful, and it's like a biblical name, which I love. Then there's Jonas. I like it in English. I'm not so obsessed with it in Spanish. That's probably the reason why I wouldn't use it, but I do like the name Jonas. It just sounds very nice. In Spanish, Jonas. I don't really like how that sounds, so yeah. Next one is James. I love the name James. I actually had a friend, her name was Jamie, and I always kind of give people like nicknames. I don't know why, but I do that. And for some reason I would call her James. And I don't know, it ever sounds like kind of like just really like that name. Next one is Dakota. I am obsessed with how that sounds, like just Dakota. It sounds so like wild and so boyish, if that makes sense. I just really like that name, but I don't know, like it's just not something that I would name my child. I don't see myself naming my baby Dakota, so. The next one is Jason, which is so funny because the first girl name, if you remembered, was Leilani. So I have my nephew, which is Milani's brother. His name is Mason. I think that would be really cute if I had a kid named Jason and then my sister has one named Mason. The next one is Mateo. Oh, I have something for like Spanish names, like names that if you read them in English they just sound really off, but like Mateo, there's like no other way of saying that. Mateo, I don't like that. It just sounds so clean. The next one is Judah. I'm obsessed with this name and also the origin of it. So it does come from the Bible, and Jesus comes from the tribe of Judah, so I love that name because of like the significance behind it, and it also sounds really nice. The next one is Jasper. This is really funny because I was asking my husband the other day when I was making this list, I'm like, Jasper's not the ghost, right? He's like, no, Liz, it's Casper. I was like, okay. It's like a cute name. It's a cute boy name. I like that. And the last one that I have is Zechariah. I love the names that have Z's on it because they're not really common. And the name Zechariah, it sounds really bold. So for middle names for boys, I don't have a lot, but I did come up with 2. So I like the name Sage. I think it's a very clean, very just simple, and it would go really well with like a longer name. So Zechariah Sage, that just goes really pretty together. And then the last one is Beau, B-E-A-U. I see a little boy growing up and their family members calling them Beau. That is the list of the names that I have that I love but won't be using for baby number 2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, join the family, like this video, share with other people to give them some ideas. And thank you guys so much for watching. You will see me on my next one. Ciao.